Howdy folks, thanks for tuning in. Hope y'all are doing okay today. So, I saw a news story yesterday and I hate when this happens where news comes out and it's early reporting, and so there's a lot of things that could be inaccurate or that are assumed but will prove to be inaccurate later on, kind of things. Trying to think of a good example here on the fly. Give you a good case in point that you may not know about. Nick Sandmann. Almost all the reporting on that was false, and he ended up getting a huge settlement out of CNN over the deal because they didn't want to go to court. Another one was Kyle Rittenhouse. Whether you agree with with the outcome of the trial or not, all the reporting was false on it very early on. He did not go out there to stir up trouble and to do this. He was there as a paramedic, cleaning up graffiti and attempting to keep a city that one of his parents lived in from burning. And he didn't shoot until he was assaulted and his life was in clear and present danger. Whether you agree with the verdict, whether you agree with anything like that, he did not go out hunting that night. Anyway, so all that said, I found an early news story that, like I said, stuff might end up changing on it, and I don't like getting into it when stuff like this might, but I want to sound off on this early and just give my rough opinion. So, recently the Supreme Court handed down a decision on states that may issue for concealed carry permits. Now, may issue concealed carry permit states, what that means is the state can set its own requirements in order to get a concealed carry permit. It's typically a carry permit depending on the state. Now, a concealed carry permit is a higher bar for good behavior than a firearms background check. So, I think the rule of thumb is, I think it's in the state of Kentucky. I don't know. It doesn't apply to me. I've never had it happen. I think in order to buy a new gun through a federally licensed firearm dealer, you have to be DUI free for 3 years. In order to get your concealed carry permit, it's 5 years. Things like that. They look further back, and the requirements for law-abiding behavior is stricter. Well, the state that I live in, Kentucky, is a shall issue state, meaning if you go and you take the training, you pass the tests, you prove that you're proficient, and get all your documentation in order to prove all this, and hand it over to the state shall, or is required, to issue your concealed carry permit based on all those findings and all those tests. There's numerous states that may issue. So you go through all the same kind of stuff in another state to prove that you're proficient with firearms and everything like that, and hand all the documentation over to the state. The state may issue a concealed carry permit. Now, the difference in wording there is that they also may not. They're not required to, by their own laws, to, hey, this person went through all the legal red tape to do it, and that's it. We're not doing anything about it. They're not required to. Well, the Supreme Court made a ruling on that, basically saying that may issue states can't do that no more. If someone goes through all the legal red tape, they must issue a concealed carry permit because it violates the Second Amendment, which is a federally guaranteed right. Okay. Here's what I wanted to talk about. In the state of California, someone, I don't know who, I don't know exactly how, but all of California's concealed carry permit holders and applicants, that list leaked. This has everyone's name, photo ID, address, and all their pertinent contact information. I don't know if it was something as innocent as a computer geek in a back room pushed the wrong button accidentally and turned all that information public instead of private on this information server, which the state does have to verify that, yes, this is a valid concealed carry permit. Or if it was something where it got hacked into and the security wasn't up to snuff, or it was up to snuff and some hacktivist just went after it. Or if this was a concerted effort to dox concealed carry permit holders. I don't know. All that said, that doesn't matter. Whoever's responsible should never work in the state government again and should be liable for prosecution for doxing. My opinion. Let me know yours. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch y'all next time.